Today I'm gonna say goodbye to my curls. I'm gonna be doing boho braids. I'm a bit scared, I'm a bit excited. Hi everyone, it's Lana here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. This is my first time doing DIY boho braids on my own hair. I've actually never had boho braids, not even by anybody else, and I'm gonna do it by myself. I have watched some incredible videos from Elsa Desiree and Jay Danielle, and I'm pretty confident that we can make this work. I'm gonna leave their videos linked in the description box down below just in case you want to check those out as well. This video is part of my summer hair care series. Throughout the month of June, I'm bringing you all my best summer hair care tips, from how to protect your hair, tips and advice. So if you want to check out the rest of the series, I'm going to leave the playlist linked up here. So let's get into everything that I'm using for my braids today. The hair that I'm using was kindly sent to me by HOTBRAIDS, and they are sponsoring today's video. So it came in this little bag, which I just thought was cute, and that's the logo right there. So then inside of here, there's this little silk bag, and inside of here, there's the hair. So the hair that I have is the 22-inch Bohemian Curl human hair, and this is in the color black. 3 bundles, but they have actually split them into 2 more, so it's essentially 6 bundles of hair, all 22 inches, all Bohemian Curl, all black. Mine also came with this little gift box. Inside of here, we just have some sectioning clips, which are going to come in very, very handy. We also have the sectioning comb. We have the edge brush and edge comb, and we have the bristle finishing brush as well. So right in front of me, I actually have the 3-way mirror, which I feel like is really going to help. The one thing I don't have is a braiding hair rack, but because I hardly ever do it, I don't have the braiding rack. So I'm going to have to separate all of the hair, and I'm just going to have to like lay it on my little side table right here. But I've heard that the braiding rack really helps, so I definitely recommend that you pick yourself up one of those. The gel that I'm going to use is the African Pride Black Caster Miracle Protection Formula, extra hold for braids, locks and twists. For every single video that I watched, they're all using the Shine and Jam, so I kind of wish that I had the Shine and Jam, and I just hope that this one will do a good job. I'll leave both linked in the description box, so you can check out the Shine and Jam and also check out this. We'll see if I like it. So I already prepped my hair just by washing it because I want to start on fresh, clean hair. I used some leave-in kind of conditioning cream. No curl defining products, no curl defining techniques. I just wanted to leave it kind of as loose and brushable as possible so that we can get started with these braids. So I'm quickly going to go and do all of my sectioning, and then I'll be back. So I followed a medium braid map, and I have 7 rows, and I just wanted to do this to make the rest of the process easier. I have 3 bundles like this, and I have 7 rows in my hair, so I'm estimating to use a bundle kind of per every 2 to 3 rows. And I'm also going to be using pieces about this size, and I'm going to use about 2 of these per plait. So let me just show you how I'm doing those. So when I have my pieces like this, I'm then going to get some of that braiding jam, and I'm just going to put this onto the top there, get that nice and slick, and then split that in half to kind of intertwine those around so that it's a bit longer and it's a bit more like synthetic braiding hair, so it's really easy to use. So I'm going to make a bunch of those to try not to lose any of this hair as I go along, because it is really nice hair. I actually have tons of these now, so I'm ready to start braiding, so let's go. We're going to do like the 3 strands of braid, do a couple of turns with a regular braid, then I'm just going to feed this in by pinching this here between that finger and that finger, and it becomes part of this braid, like really easy. And I'm just going to braid that down just for a few turns until I feel like that's locked in. And there is going to be some fraying, and that is normal. And then as soon as I see that again, I'm just going to pinch that and leave that out. I literally will just place it here. And look at that, we're ready to go. We are ready to rumple. So what I'm learning is I'm trying to do it that way that I learned, and it's just not really working for me because the pieces keep separating. So maybe when we get closer to the top and I've got a bit more control, but for right now I'm just going to add pieces in, kind of like from the short end. They will be added somehow, some way. So we are kind of towards the end of the process now, and I'm not gonna lie, this has taken me a long time. I pretty much started this time yesterday. It may have even been earlier than this yesterday. After I've finished everything, I'm actually gonna have to go back through because, you know, I've kind of learned a lot throughout this process, and I can see parts that I just like hate now. Like the ones on the bottom are definitely kind of like my tester braids, my beginner braids, and some of them are so ugly and so bad. So I'm definitely gonna take some of them out and just redo them and do them more neatly. So what I'm finding is that I do really like to do the technique where I combine two pieces, but I just have to make sure that those pieces are quite thin, because I think for a while, like with some of these, I was trying to do that, but I was using pieces that were way too thick, and it was really disrupting the braid, and it was making the braid look like all kind of messy, and the pieces that I was braiding with weren't the even size and stuff, so it was just really hard to do it like that. Like some other ones that I've done where it's kind of like the pieces of hair that I've added in have been quite thin, and then the braid has managed to stay neat. Whereas if you look at something, is it this one that I really don't like? I don't know. So yeah, basically let's carry on. So with every braid I'm spraying it down, then I'm applying some twist and braid cream, and then some gel at the root, and then I'm gonna start braiding.
Can we just take control? We're overcomplicating how love flows. High low shouldn't be this stock broke, shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see that you want me, snatch me up quick, let's see the ring. I wanna know, can we move forward, bust down that door, playing all my cards now, 'cause I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. I've been waiting.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of an update just on what I've learned so far, my technique and how it's going. I had to go back and have a look at the videos that I was learning from, and what I realized when I looked back was that they both had very different techniques and results. So Elsa Desiree was doing the boho braids, and she did them quite thin, and she was adding in very thin pieces of hair, whereas J Danielle was doing more goddess braids. She had a lot more leave out, it was a lot more full looking, and when I actually paid attention to her technique, she was feeding in hair from the very top, and she was feeding in hair with almost every pass as she went down, so the look was very, very full, but she was, you know, feeding in pieces of hair. So she didn't just go in with a ton of hair, she was going in and feeding it that way. I realized that I'm not going to get that full look just by adding in a thicker chunk of hair. It's not really possible when my braid is quite small. You have to be careful about the thickness of the hair that you're adding in. If you add a piece of hair that's too thick, that's really going to disrupt the proportions of the braid, and it's going to start to twist this way and that way, and there's going to have bulges and things like that, and it's just not going to look good. So at some point I am going to have to go back and redo the bottom ones, but let me tell you how I've been doing the top ones. When I came to the top, I realized that I'm probably going to have to do it a bit more like Elsa Desiree. I realized that her braids were a bit thinner, and the pieces of hair that she was taking in were a lot thinner, and of course she had less volume than J Danielle did. So my ones by the top now look more like this. There's no bulging throughout the braid, it manages to stay nice and straight throughout the braid, and I just have a few pieces coming out like this, and I start to feed it in about here, and then I start to feed in another part about here, and then here I start to feed some in for the length, and that's really what I'm going for now. This is my last row, my last section, so let's get into it. So with this one, I kind of went back to the drawing board and I was like, how about I underbraid? And I kid you not, I started underbraiding, and that just means that you're taking pieces of hair. Like when you start and you first start crossing pieces of hair over, you're actually crossing them under the middle piece every time. I underbraided this and the technique just worked so much better. I think my whole thought process with the underbraiding was like, because I wanted them to look knotless, like more flat on my head, and I feel like you can achieve that more with an overbraid. So for example, all of these are over braided, so they're very flat. So when I take a piece of hair, I'm taking it over and you end up with like this very flat look. And then this one, when you underbraid, you do get like a little bit of a bump when you start. So I think that was my thought process when I was like thinking that I'm going to underbraid. It's because I wanted them to be kind of flat and have a very knotless look. So just let me know in the comments, what do you think I should have done? What would you do with this? I just think that the whole technique triggered my muscle memory when I started doing underbraiding, so I'm going to carry on doing underbraiding.
Can we just take control? We're overcomplicating how love flows. High low shouldn't be this stock broke, shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see that you want me, snatch me up quick, let's see the ring. I wanna know, can we move forward, bust down that door, playing all my cards now, 'cause I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. But I can't wait no more. Lately you've been trying to buy time for me, but your watch broke. Now you
My hair is finally done. It has been a long process, but I think I'm happy with the result. Hopefully I was able to show you just some of the tips that I learned along the way. If this video was helpful to you in any way whatsoever, then I would be so grateful if you could thumbs up the video and consider subscribing. Maybe I'll even be inspired to try this again now that I've got more skills. So I actually used about 2.5 bundles of the hair from Hot Braids, so I still have all of this left over. It was such wonderful hair to use. It's so soft. It's just been prepared so nicely and everything. So I did really like using this hair, so I'm going to leave Hot Braids in the description box down below. Make sure you check them out as well. Guys, don't forget, this video is part of my summer hair care series. This was the protective hairstyle for the summer hair care series, the braided version of a protected hairstyle. So if you want to check out the rest of the summer hair care series, I'm going to leave the playlist linked up here. And don't forget, I am running a big summer giveaway packed full of my favorite hair care products, also skincare, makeup, nails, lashes, literally everything. The value of the giveaway is £300, and I'm going to leave all of the information on how to enter the giveaway in the description box down below, so make sure you don't miss it. It's my way of giving back to you because I really appreciate you being here. So yeah, that is going to be everything from me. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.